All right, little disclaimer, Mom, this week. Thumbnail shows Cybertruck rides. We didn't get to do that this week, sadly. We had some things pop up. Now, Tyler is a truck owner now, so he has a sworn duty to help somebody move, and he had to go do that. And we had some property damage this week that we had to get cleaned up, and we had to cut the video short. So hopefully we get to give some Cybertruck rides to some members of the public in the future. We'll see what happens, but we didn't get to it. But here's a little tour of what a Cybertruck is. Kick it! That was great. All right, so you got a hat on, you got your glasses on. This is the mic. It's tiny. There's two ways to do it. Mine is right here on my glasses. Okay. So it's kind of like it's there, and it's annoying. So just try not to look like buck melanoma, like Molly Russell's wart, right? Just
buck melanoma, Molly Russell's wart.
Ignore it. It's not there. So
and have a rat gnaw that thing off your face.
It can go on your hat. It can go on the bill of your hat if you turn your hat around. It can go on your glasses like mine. It can go on your shirt. It can go on your necklace. It can go anywhere. There's nothing to it, and it's got a magnet so you don't have to do any of that.
Let's do the shirt. Is that a shirt okay?
Yeah, let's do the shirt. So it's good. It pulls your shirt down though. So I'm going to go up here closer to your where it's a little bit thicker.
That's all right.
And now it's pointed right at your mouth.
Nice.
Does that feel good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fine. You don't really notice it so much. So
my back knife. That's funny.
Yeah, you like that? All right. So
perfect.
Do you want to wash it out? Do you want to just vacuum it?
Okay.
You want to?
Yeah. Okay.
Because I know your living arrangement probably doesn't lend itself to just a vacuum in the garage like this.
Oh yeah, you can't do that.
All right, cool.
There's no way. No rightly idea.
Awesome. Let's do a walk around on this thing. Have you ever done anything like that? Have you ever walked somebody around on this?
I mean,
so
nothing professional.
Let's start. Let's just start here at the door. All right, you see my conflection in the glass, but then this thing is just like a refrigerator, right? Basically, like a microwave oven. It's stainless steel. It's got cameras basically all over it, right? And we'll look at that on the dashboard here in a second. But one thing that sticks out to me immediately when I'm looking at this is, where is the gas door at? How do you put diesel into this or whatever you inject it with to get it going? Can you show me that?
Yeah. So this thing hates all things levers and liquids. So fully electric.
So you just push the button to open, open it up,
I
right?
guess we should do this very slowly. So.
Yeah. So go ahead.
So there's no levers. That's 2003. This is all buttons.
Okay. And where you just hit any place on that panel and it'll pop open?
Yeah, this square. You got to give it a good push. Most people, they mess up. They're like, oh, I'm touching it. Nothing's happening. I'm touching it. I'm like, all right, you got to be a little, you got to give it a good press.
Tell it you're here. Make it aware you want in.
Give it a good press, yeah.
And then, again, with the cameras, I I don't know if this camera's picking up, but are we on camera right now with this guy?
It's constantly recording. So
Okay.
Sentry mode is all the time, 24/7, 365, and it's pretty cool.
So Sentry mode is doing what?
Recording everything. So as soon as you get to a certain proximity close to it, it will ding up. There's a notification that comes on the screen that says you're being recorded, and it's so that people can't come and smear their glitter lipstick on your car or whatever.
I hate that.
I hate that.
One thing that just happened to us, and I have no idea if the microphones are picking this up or not, but we're parked on the side of the driveway where the air conditioner unit is at. And the way this place is set up, if I can shut that off right here on my phone, but everyone inside the home
will cook,
would immediately die. they would be dead. So I can't shut that off. So hopefully that's not drowning us out too hard talking. Hopefully these mics are doing well. We don't have the fuzzy things on there so that the wind doesn't get picked up, but I don't feel like there's too much wind out here. I feel like I could pass over dead at any point in time because it's...
At what elevation is Deming, Indiana?
1, 0,
160.
It's maybe 2,000.
Above sea level. Okay.
Several degrees above sea level.
Okay.
But we could die anytime. Basically, just being out here talking to each other. With this, one of my videos, like the last one, it was 1,000,000 degrees below centigrade, which I don't know what centigrade is.
Yeah.
I think that's something they use in Canada.
Yeah, sounds Canadian.
To measure temperature.
Sounds Canadian.
Which is temperature to us, but temperature in Canada.
Maple syrup.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, a
Yeah,
Cybertruck. There's a Cybertruck in the driveway. So when you rolled into Deming, did anyone accost you?
No, everyone was very nice. I told this to Scott earlier. You're in a more appropriated part of the world when people give you a nice wave. In the city, if somebody waves at you,
they want you dead.
They're waving at me to have a heart attack,
to be killed.
Yeah. So that was nice. No, everybody is giving me the good glance, the thumbs, the hey. So you asked about the gas door.
The gas door, right? The diesel, wherever you put diesel into this thing.
So instead of
did you hit something there to open it?
Yeah, charge port. So
charge port.
It wants to hide all of its intricacies. So no liquids, no diesel, no propane or
propane and propane accessories.
Whatever. All electricity, just as
nature intended.
Just as nature intended, exactly. So there's the port. And it's got a little symbol. This thing loves to put its symbol wherever. That way in case you forgot.
This symbol means Cybertruck.
That's Cybertruck. That's yeah. It's on the steering wheel. It's on the little piece of the door jamb.
One other thing that just happened to me, Tyler, as we're standing here, this wheel, go stand next to it.
It's big.
You're 7 feet tall.
I don't know about that, but
this wheel, this tar is, what's the size of this bad boy? Oh, here we go. 285, 65, R20, 116 HMS. No one knows what that means, but it's a monster.
I just saw Scorpion and saw, whoa, okay.
It's a Ferrari too. So that's a Scorpion, like you said. And is this device that's on it, is that a hubcap or is this the wheel?
I wouldn't go as far to call it a hubcap. It's more of a wheel cover, I would say, but you can yank it off. So you can take them suckers off and,
Wow. What is
just
happening?
To hide. And some people prefer. I've seen people that just roll around with just this on, which is equally cool. I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way, but I prefer the wheel covers because that's where they came. They came that way, and I feel like it adds a certain aesthetic to it.
1000% agree. They look mean.
When you're putting it back on, you kind of feel like you're doing it wrong, but I promise you're doing it right. That's all there is to it.
What do you think one of those costs? If you see that laying up against a street sign on the side of the road,
I'm going and taking it.
Yeah,
because it's probably $1,000. No, my guess is probably $20. $25.
$25
from Tesla website.
$25,000.
Okay. Maybe.
Your gas door's shut.
It shut. It shut after a while.
It was mad.
It says, make up your mind.
Do it or don't do it.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Nice. All right. So another elephant in the room that we've talked about before is this,
No,
right?
it's dirty
on there.
I would say I probably got a car wash 2 days ago, and this is just from 2 days of driving normal Deming, Indiana.
Yeah, Deming will mess your ride up. So.
Yeah. But if you get it wrapped and you get PPF coating and whatnot on it, I've heard that can make a difference.
You got any intention of doing that stuff?
Unfortunately, it costs quite a lot. Everything about this, just looking at it, costs you money.
Oh man. Oh man.
So everything's very expensive. So I'm okay with just getting the car wash every few days and calling it a day. But I've seen some. I saw one that was completely blacked out. Not a smear or a fingerprint to be seen, which is cool.
Well, and you tell me about because you have a recent car wash experience, right?
I do.
Let's talk through that.
It was scary.
Yeah. and that's why they're dirty. It's not you notice them are not clean.
We're afraid.
And there's a reason for that.
Until you get brave enough to do it. So basically, electric vehicles don't really have a way for you to naturally, like you would, park, drive, reverse, go into neutral. And if you know anything about car washes, you got to go into neutral if you're going through an automatic car wash.
Yeah.
So there is a mode on here that's called car wash mode. And I'm pretty sure that Model S's and X's and Y's do this too, but
let me go around the side because there might be somebody that is driving a Cybertruck right now that doesn't understand
let's check that out.
how to get through Mike's Express car wash, right?
Yeah, and they're just
Okay.
rolling around on
All
a
right.
muddy Cybertruck.
Let's walk through that on your dashboard of the future here. Coming in. And so the time that we've been sitting here, is this thing, I guess, is running? Is that a word you say with the Cybertruck?
Much like your phone, it never really goes off. It just kind
The
of,
air is on here right now.
yeah,
I
it's
feel great.
standby.
Look how
Yeah,
more I want to be. Standby mode? Okay.
Standby,
Not
yeah.
off.
you can shut it off. I've never done that. I don't know why. I don't know why I would.
Okay.
I don't know why I would want to do that.
But when you go away from it, it just says, okay, you're done.
It just
And-
like you put your computer to sleep or your phone just isn't illuminated. That's what it does.
Nice.
It uses a very, very small amount of electricity when it's just standby, but when you're driving it, that's when it's like, chugging down. So car wash mode. So say you're at Mike's Car Wash or formerly Crew.
Crew, formerly Mike's.
Formerly Mike's, yeah.
Whatever you people call it.
Yeah. And you want to get a car wash. So you have to go into what's called car wash mode right there. We'll click car wash mode. And it gives you a disclaimer. It says, hey, just so you know, you're going to automatically exit car wash mode if you go too fast. It's going to tell you what it's going to do. It's going to go into free roll so that the Trax can grab it and pull you through the car wash. So you want to enter car wash mode. And
Well, I heard something in the back.
so it locks all the doors. It seals the tonneau cover.
That's what that was.
It will fold in the mirrors once it goes into free roll. It's not, you can manually tell it to do it right now, but right now they're unfolded. And then once you apply the brake, it might not do it right now because the doors are open. Are you able to shut the door? I'm gonna see if it does it. There we go. Oh, I missed it. Get back to car wash mode. Come on, car wash mode.
It did some more locking. I felt that. It moved a bit, or I could feel something.
Okay. All right, right there. You saw it for just a brief second. Enable free roll. And that is what's going to go into neutral. So imagine doing all that and figuring all that out while there's people behind you, while the nice kids at Crew Car Wash are,
Telling you, go ahead.
hurry
come
up,
on,
man,
let's go.
hurry up. So
Move forward.
yeah, so Tesla desperately needs a brief video demo on how to do all that, because I was learning how to do that in real time, sweating because I was just nervous.
So you're in the car wash. We're rolling in right now. You have to do all of what you just did when he flips his sign around and tells you stop.
Yes,
All that stuff's got to happen. Then you got to be able to hit the enable
within
free
about
roll.
4 seconds. Yes.
Yeah, not cool, right?
Yeah, it's tough.
So you almost have to tell tell the car wash kid, hey, here's what's about to happen to you.
I got to give him a...
What I got to go through and what you're going to experience with all of these, not just me.
You're 100% right.
Yeah. What a lot of fun. It's tiny.
It's tiny.
It is
and
really small.
And it really doesn't serve any real purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see if I can get some cameras here. So obviously while you're driving, it's got rear camera, right? Like you can see all the cameras that we talked about it being on there. You can see all around it all the time. So this mirror doesn't really do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Now if you open, let me put it in park before we drive into your garage.
Before we free roll in.
Free roll. Whenever you open the tonneau cover, the mirror then becomes somewhat usable because now you can see behind you, right? You can, like a normal truck.
I don't think I can get it on here, but
Yeah, I mean, you can,
something.
a little bit of grass and whatnot.
I don't know.
I still would rather use the camera because it's just better quality.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as you close the tonneau cover, that mirror again becomes worthless. It's just a way for Cybertruck drivers to just constantly look at themselves, because if you're going to drive a Cybertruck, you got to be a good-looking guy, I guess.
Sure. Clearly.
Because you got to be looking at yourself. So, let me get out of car wash mode. All right.
Did it take you out of car wash mode automatically?
No. Well, it will if you go above 10 miles an hour.
We didn't do anything just now above
Yeah.
10 miles an hour, so
Yeah.
you were still in car wash mode.
So Sentry mode's cool because you can see clips of movement that it detected.
Okay.
And so you'll see here in a second, one of these cameras are going to pick up some movement. This is what ultimately triggered the thing. There we go. There's me walking around it, and it's like, who's this freaking guy with his backwards hat getting near me?
Wow.
And so you see, you can delete clips. Here's my parking garage. You're getting a sneak peek of the parking garage. Let's see what this
Something
is.
happened here. Oh, that guy, number
Oh,
one.
he got way
number
too
one
close.
was in there. Yeah, he needed some recording action on him.
Way too close for that guy. I wish I had some clips saved, because from time to time, here we go, some cats walking by.
Mm-hmm. There they are down here in the bottom. Hey, what are you doing? Does that say Pantera? You shouldn't be wearing that. I'm going to take your video.
Yep. So the coolest thing is when you get an alert on your phone, because there's an app for that.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's showing you this.
It's showing you this, and you see some ladies walking up to it, and they're taking selfies in front of it.
Uh-huh.
which
Nice.
is funny.
Can you immediately talk to them?
You can. So this thing, I'll show you the
Hey, babe, we'll be back to pick you up later.
yeah, I'll show you the internal one first, but this has a lot of cool. It's a toy box, so it's got a lot of cool stuff. So it's got a megaphone that you can enable, and people outside.
Let me get out. So,
yeah.
And,
Go ahead.
and when I get out, then you just kind of keep explaining what's going on here.
Perfect.
Now, I still got my mic on, so my mic is
cool.
still
You
playing
can still hear you.
on there, so I can
So,
talk and you can hear me. Just
doing
like
the
I'm sitting next to
megaphone.
you still.
Doing the megaphone, you can hear everything on the outside, but you sound a lot like Darth Vader to those on the on the outside, and that's probably to maintain the anonymity. I mean, you're gonna look good if you're driving a Cybertruck, but then you're also gonna sound like James Earl Jones. I mean, that's just a given. So everybody, you can. All right, so megaphone is demonstrating to all outside. Let me give you the 1-2 Luke. You know not the ways of the Force. Obi-Wan has taught you well. Let me see if it plays this. This will be good if it picks this up.
It's playing the Imperial March.
We're probably gonna get copyright strike for this, but
So I think
Was it playing the
it's
music?
playing the music wonderfully, and so that kind of proves one of my theories that
It was dead silent in here. I could not hear it.
It's not loud out there.
Okay.
But you know it's on. And
Okay,
And
okay.
but you don't understand where it's exactly coming from.
Okay.
But so I wish there was a way to better record what just happened. But that's been one of my theories for a long time, because this thing is dead silent. But it makes noise. So when you drive by somebody, you can hear it. It sounds like stuff, but I believe that noise is generated by these speakers that are outside of it, making it make a sound so that you can't get creeped up on or kill somebody by accident.
Definitely. And it doesn't have, like, I don't, and you'd be a better person to answer this question, but I think most cars that have horns, something else, like, that's not a natural sound, right? Like, that's goodness gracious. That's being produced by a speaker. So this video's gonna get copyright strike. So you might have to edit that out. And it doesn't sound very loud in here, but outside.
But it's showing you here that it's playing
music.
because you
yeah.
wouldn't know maybe because
Yeah.
it's not very loud in here.
Lots of good ones. You got for those of you fan of The Witcher, you got. You can't really hear that, but
Maybe put the window down and try it.
Oh yeah, good call. Good call.
Toss a coin to your witcher.
Genius. So you got that. Imagine
That's your horn.
getting honked at by that.
Yeah, like great move.
Yeah.
Another epic move by you idiot.
Yeah. That one would be better, I think, for goobers. Thanks, YouTube.
Thanks YouTube. We demonetized me. Wait, you already did.
No.
There's no monetization.
So you got Sketchpad for kids wanting to do some, or adults drawing some stuff. You make some cool art. What else we got here? We got nice if you and your significant other want to get cozy by the fire, having a nice little date night. It also turns the heat on.
Oh, you don't want that.
No, because you
a
feel
thousand.
it. It's getting hot right now.
I think the dashboard
Yeah.
changed to orange.
It's getting hot. So
This little light changed when you did that. Oh yeah, it was getting hot too.
yeah, it gets a little warm. My favorite thing that is underutilized that I will have to figure out how to do is you can make jam tracks with this. So like you can build out like whole DJ beats with this.
So you're creating a track that's going to be your horn?
No, you can just export audio.
Really understand what's happening to me
So,
right now.
but like people that DJ can figure this out and do this. Like it's just wild that this is in a car.
This is in your Tesla. You could just be doing this while you're driving to work one day. If you.
So you could make a living just making beats from your car. So that's cool.
I mean, it's definitely not something that's in my car.
That's true. What else we got?
Talk to me about that experience, because you told me some good stories about your test drive, and it wasn't in a truck that you test drove a Tesla in, right?
I drove one. I drove
You
a
test
truck.
drove the
Yep.
truck?
Yep.
And then the guy comes out to give you a demo of the panels.
The very first thing he does is takes a big, like, you have anything equivalent in your garage, like a sledgehammer,
like a Triple H, like a sledgehammer.
Yeah, and just goes to town on the door, just wails on it. There's no mark or nothing. He just smokes the door.
And you said what? And then you said, what was your reaction to that?
I said, "Is this the one you're gonna sell me?" But they can withstand a good amount of force. His quote, not mine. His quote was, "It can withstand most handgun caliber amounts of bullets." So anything, you're shooting like 223 or 5.56, whatever. That's too high. But if you do like 45 or 9mm, or 380 or something, that will be okay. Like the doors will withstand that.
That's amazing.
Which is wild. Just wild.
So the other thing, I'm just sitting in here as you're telling me, so I'm looking around. this is the steering wheel, right? Go through those functions that are showing on there.
So you got your turn signals. Up here on the screen, you can kind of see it there. Let me close this out just so you got a bigger view. Turn signals. So no levers, you'll notice. Some Teslas have actual levers for turn signals. It's all buttons.
Gross.
You've got your lights, so this turns on your headlights. See it right there. You saw like you can shoot light at people.
It's actually happening too.
On the
If
road.
you can see,
Yeah.
it's all these shadows are not
Yeah,
doing very
it's
good
tough.
justice.
Tough
But
in
it's
the middle of the
happening.
day.
It's
Yeah.
happening out there, and it's showing you on the screen. On the screen, your truck is green.
You can change that. You can change color. You can give it a wrap if you want. Make it a nice dumpster like it is. You can give it some stripes. You can give it nice black like the Batmobile. Give it some Doge camo.
Nice.
Pixel
Got like a dollar
camo.
on it or something.
Sweet pink. Or you can just do straight up colors. Make them metallic or just solids.
All right.
So
Pretty freaking cool.
You can do
because-
different colors and stuff.
Yeah.
Play Ice Cube and Dr. Dre.
But don't because we got the copyright.
We can edit that out. Let's make it out. All right. Well. All right. Get out of here.
But it would.
But look, it did it. It did it. I didn't do that. It did it.
Born killers.
Yeah. We're not going to listen to that. So, you got your horn, obviously. We didn't talk about the center. So, this is a phone charger. I know a lot of cars are doing that, but this is just a space for you to charge your phone. Come up here in a second. There you go. Boop coming up. Cup holders, which in a similar vein to the outside, get way too dirty way too fast, just because of like, moisture and it's just rubber, that kind of thing. Not very big, so if you're the type of guy that likes to, have 52-ounce big gulp slushies like I am,
Yeah.
I need more space. But there's one in the door over here too. That's if my water bottle's a little bigger. That's usually where I put my water bottles, over here in the door. It's got another cup holder. Same thing on the passenger side. You got another cup holder and some storage there.
It's very interesting to say the least. There's a button here for I assume the window, and then a button to open the door.
Yep.
Right?
And if for whatever reason, if the buttons ever stopped working, you can manually open the door with a lever underneath the window thing. So you can pull up on it. Just pull
this
pull
right
up
here?
on that, yeah.
Oh.
Which I did not know until about. I got attacked by a stick. A stick in real time.
What just came in?
Just flew in here.
Just showed up.
It just flew a stick. Some hidden things in this too. You got some hidden features. So we got a glove box for all your, gums and tissues. Should you choose? This is the charging adapter. So most electric vehicles have this universal adapter, kind of like what Apple used to do before they went to USB-C. But now, you can. This is the Tesla port. This is the outlet. So if you ever charge it, a universal outlet, you can,
That'll probably come in handy at some point on your trek across the country.
handy in my garage too. My garage doesn't have Tesla stuff. It's universal. So you got that. Child lock. We talked about all that stuff. So you want to talk about the height, the ride height? So
Yeah, let me get out, and you can, like I said, you can continue to talk, and you're going to be
Oh
on the
right.
mic,
Okay. Perfect.
and you can just kind of tell me what you're doing. I won't be able to watch you do it on the screen, but I'll be able to see it happen out there. So
You got ride height, and trucks. The thing about having a truck is that you obviously want to be big and bad. So these you can change your ride height, and you would do this if you're mudding or driving through terrain that is not suitable for low ride heights. The con to this, I guess, is that you're not necessarily getting as much range or speed as you would want, because trucks just aren't going to go as fast.
hear the air coming out. Here.
You want to do a little off-road, and you have that option. And then you got the lower as well. So there's some of that. Now we can probably talk about the tonneau cover too. So it's got the tonneau cover, and it covers the bed of the truck. And you can open it from inside. You can also open it from the outside. It's got some buttons along the trim there on the left if you're looking at it. So it automatically goes all the way up. Pretty good amount of space, I'd say. You can also open the tailgate, give that some nice feature looking. Where the camera's probably looking right now, there's a spot in the bed for some like a cooler. You could tailgate if you want, and there's a drain plug in that, so you could fill it up with water and beers and all that good stuff. I think that about wraps it up for the bed cover. Unfortunately, I can't close the bed with this. That's a problem. That it won't let you do is close the truck bed, the tailgate with it, but maybe in future renditions would be cool. What else we got? Mirrors, obviously you can change and handle all that stuff. The brightness. There's specs in here for towing capabilities, charging. It's got outlets on it, so if you choose to, plug your PlayStation 9 into your, Cybertruck, you can do that. The cool thing about it too is that it's actually got a feature where you can plug your house up to this. So, say you lose power, but your Cybertruck has, 83% battery. You can plug your truck into whatever circuit breaker or main outlet in your, house, and it will power a good decent amount of your house, which is pretty crazy. I don't know how long it lasts, but
Any period of time is going to be a relief in a long-term power outage. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So what were you saying about the tailgate?
Oh, you can't. I can't close it from here, unfortunately.
You can't close the tailgate. Even if you open up the tile again, it won't close.
Yeah, it won't let you do it. You can only open it.
That's cool, because I wanted you to come out and give us a demo of.
And should you be a partaker of sporting events or hunting, you can tailgate. And this is like, you can treat this as like a cooler almost. It's got a drain plug right here, and the drain plug actually had a little Cybertruck symbol.
Like right on it.
Just in case you ever forget what that is.
That's how you know that it's cyber.
That's right. So it's got a drain plug. Water will fall out. So if you fill this with ice and whatever, you're good.
Wow.
No cleanup necessary. I'll get this. There we go. So yeah, it won't let you automatically clean. It gives you a good reason to flex your arms.
Sure. Is it super heavy? 450 pounds?
It's heavy.
Yeah.
Had to give it a good oomph.
Yeah. And so when it's closed, it's completely waterproof, right?
No, yeah, nothing's getting in there. And you heard like in the car wash mode, if for whatever reason it was not closed all the way, car wash mode will seal it the rest of the way. So that's what you heard, was it just getting sealed the rest of the way because it didn't close. So.
Yeah. Well, pretty awesome. So it occurs to me that if you look at your watch, you'll notice that it is lunchtime, and I don't know what kind of time you got left, but there's a place we could go for lunch. It's right around here, that I think would be a lot of fun, and maybe we take our sign with us.
Let's do it.
Did you see the sign I had made?
I didn't. Let's take a look at the sign.
I don't know what you think about this. I happen to have a waiver made up for us if we wanted to actually give somebody a ride and get a reaction from them. Sometimes that's a little bit sketchy, and I imagine that we're gonna come in some haters.
Oh
right?
yeah,
there's gonna be some people out there that are.
For every person that I drive by that thinks this is the coolest thing in the world, there is another person that hates my guts for no other reason other than I'm driving this big refrigerator on wheels.
Okay, now we're back.
We're back.
All right. So one thing that you showed me though was When we were getting the sign out of the bed, you were kind of stood too close to the front. Can you demonstrate that again? Show me what that looks like, or how that works.
You're carrying groceries, right? You just got finished doing your Walmart rounds, and you got a bag full of hands of groceries. You're like, dang it! Oh, but look at that.
You're not touching your phone, and it's beeping at you, telling you that, hey, I'm going to open you up here in a second.
It's like, oh, did you want to put your groceries in the frunk?
Yeah. So what else is going on in here? Anything else?
So behind this panel, and I'm not really brave enough to take this off, but behind this panel, you've got like the windshield wiper fluid. You've got it's got HEPA filters in it, so it can survive a nuclear blast if it decided to do so.
What's this graffiti on here?
That's the logo.
Dang.
That's the logo. That's etched.
I like rows of dimes etched into it. Dimes stacked up.
If you needed to access the battery, you could do that in here too, for whatever reason. So that's all behind this panel. But that's the front.
And you could definitely get your full Walmart stash into this thing.
I mean, a small person could fit in here
Yeah.
and just hide, you know.
Yeah.
That's the front.
That's really cool. Now, can you tell it to shut without?
You can
touching
do it from
something?
the app, but yeah, it would require you to still push it.
Yeah. But you don't have to close it. It just does that for you.
It does it for you. And some people like to test it, like when it first came out, and they're like, oh, I can stick my arm, in it, and it, not closing my arm, and yes, it will.
Your arm goes in there and it
chop your arm
stays.
off.
Yeah.
So-
I've heard. I saw one of those demos.
Yeah. So that's the front, which is really, really cool. Let me go on the other side. You go on that side. We'll do the back.
Okay.
So back seat, very similar.
That's a 90-degree open on the back door.
Oh yeah.
So you can slide all of your pictures and your huge screen TVs in the back of here if you need to transport them when you're. Yeah.
That's right. And the same thing. There's storage in the doors for cup holders and whatnot.
How are you raised up right now? It feels high off the ground
It's
back
high.
here.
Yeah, the high. Yeah, ride height is height.
Okay. And you got another huge screen back here?
Another screen too. So unlike the front screen, this screen will let you play games, watch movies whenever. You could do that only on the front screen when you're parked, but on this one, you play games, all kinds of games, Cuphead, Fallout Shelter, some other games. It's cool. And you can watch Netflix, YouTube, some tutorials on stuff, Hulu and Twitch. Should you fancy, you can control the music.
There's sort of ambient music playing back here. It seems like right now.
It's the
chill session.
Yeah, the chill session, the 3 a.m. chill session.
So headroom, right?
It's pretty. I mean, I'm sitting all the way up, and I still got another
You're 8-9 feet tall, basically, in the first place.
couple.
And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get myself on here, but I got ample room too myself. And I am 6 foot exactly tall, and I got plenty of room back here. I got there's a lot of room up front. The leg room for me is it's perfect. The seat is right there, which is not. Who cares? I can't see out the front window, but somebody's head would be there in the first place. But and it's got a console or a cup holder.
You
here.
can bring this down. I've never done it. There's a way to do it. You pull on these straps and you twist her just right, and
then there's but other than that, you can go 5 deep basically, because this is a nice. Got some bolstering here for a fifth person to sit between these spaces.
Control the air conditioning. I don't know if we showed you this on the front, but the air conditioning's nice because it's just you drag it and adjust it. You feel.
Oh. Wow. And I bet it does even better with the doors closed.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sorry, Mom, the microphone's cut out at this point. I don't know what happened. I got an old camera with new microphones. They don't work quite right, so I must have unplugged them at some point here when I was filming this. But Tyler has put this thing into party mode, and you can see it's kind of dancing right now. some kind of Knight Rider thing going on with the headlights. There's music playing that's probably not copyrighted, so it sounded awesome, and I could have played it probably. The windows are going up and down, the mirrors are folding in. In a second here, the frunk is going to open and then close. But it was a really good time, and I miss it all because the mic's cut, and sorry about that. But we'll try it again some other time. He's going to maybe send me some footage here soon of him doing it in the dark, which is a way better effect. But there goes the front. But stay tuned. We're going to have another part of this video coming up, hopefully, when we actually get to give somebody a ride in this thing and get their reactions from it. But yeah, the mic's cut on this, and it stinks because this was playing some really cool music, and all of this stuff was happening right to the music.